Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and we got an exciting video here for you, ladies and gentlemen. We have the new Asher Spiro full tie. So you guys probably have seen, these knives on multiple videos because they've been in a dozen or so videos on my channel, including full reviews, which you guys can see. Now, the Asher Spiro has been probably my favorite model from Asher Knives. Now, I'm not saying that these ones aren't great and it's a hard choice. This is one of the slimmest knives in my collection. Is very, very slim. We'll check those out here in a second. But the Asher Spiro, awesome, awesome knife. Love the detent, love the action, love the size, love everything about it. Let's check out the full tie version now. Ooh, yeah, buddy. Very snappy. Let me move these out of the way. We'll pull them back up here in just a second. So, full tie. Love how it's all stone washed all the way around, through and through. We had a JG10 backspacer that you could always, dye, By the way, I'm going to link his website down in the description. Very snappy action. I love the big thumb studs. Nice reversible flick. The access to the lock bar, very nice. You can see how it does poke out just that little bit, which winds up you can see it right there, how it pokes out that little bit. Very comfortable. Everything is contoured really nice. Very, very smooth. Ceramic caged bearings, by the way. Oh, yeah. And this isn't even broken in yet. So you can imagine after I've flipped it, for a week or so and lubed it up and everything, this thing is going to be very, very, it's already, this thing's incredibly smooth. Man, nice and comfortable in the hand. The geometry is going to be the same, I'm sure, as the G10 version. But we'll check that out here in a second. Let's look at this. So the geometry feels nice thin blade stock. So this thing is going to cut very well. Fantastic size for EDC. I love this size for EDC. It's not too big, not too small. You have a full size, very capable knife. All the edges are chamfered really, really nicely. Feels really good in the hand. Let's check the lockup. Ooh, listen to that sound. Listen to this sound. Oh, I got to get the mic over here. Let's check the acoustics first. Very mechanical sounding. I love that. Centering is perfect. Yep, perfect centering. Lockup, rock solid. Holy cow. I'm not touching the lock bar. This is extremely solid. Very, very solid. Very happy about that. Man, everything is so soft and just knocked down really good. There's no sharp spots at all, except for the thumb studs, of course. Even the clip in the hand, it's not bad. It is wide, but it winds up, at least in my hand, not bothering me. Do I feel it? It's a clip. Of course, I feel it a little bit, but these corners I don't feel like on a lot of knives, especially if it had a little bit longer of a handle, then yeah, it might. But since it's the size it is, it fits perfectly, nestles perfectly into the palm of my hand very nicely. Very, very smooth. It is a reversible pocket clip. As you can see, they do have this plate. I love the look of the plate. It looks really good. I don't mind parts and stuff. I kind of like it. Now, I don't like T6s, so I'd rather see T8s, but not that big of a deal. I'm not left-handed, but you can use it left-handed even with a little pressure on the lock bar very easily. This one has the big thumb studs. Now, I believe originally the Spiro had small thumb studs or big. I'm not sure if, because I see that they are removable. So I'm not sure if he's going to offer, you know, 2 different size thumb studs or if it's just all going to be big. I prefer these ones. I prefer the big ones because it's just a perfect size in my opinion. It's placed perfectly. You can easily get right behind it or on top of it. Very grippy. We'll take a close look at the thumb studs. They're nice and grippy. They wind up working out very well. And even for the reverse flick, it's just placed so perfectly for a reverse flick, in my opinion. And the size of them, I wouldn't want them any bigger. I wouldn't want them any smaller. To me, these are perfect. I seen the Spiros, the G10 versions, some with smaller thumb studs, and I personally was like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't get that one because these ones work so good. I do really like the G10 version, so I already knew I was going to love this because I love titanium frame lock, so, you know, I already knew, and yes, I do. This thing is awesome. We do have a steel lock bar insert and over travel stop, so you're not going to have to worry about unspringing your lock. Strong lockup, love to see that. But it's not like it's a late lockup. It's just the blade is so thin. Perfect lockup. That's as perfect as you could get. Because this is a thin blade stock. Very, very thin. And that's another thing I really love about these knives is you know, they're not the thinnest behind the edge, but they're not thick behind the edge. And the geometry, because of how thin the blade stock is, it does taper down really good. So it does have really good geometry for working. The stop pin, it's located in the same place, which it should be because, you know, it's just the titanium version, but you can see same size, it looks like, same placement. And it doesn't intercept with if you do want to cut in a choil or anything, it's not going to hurt anything. You have plenty of room for that if you want to do a little notch right there, or if you just want to sharpen up the blade. Now, in this case with the sharpening choil, because the plunge grind goes from the thickest point straight down to the edge, you see how it's the thickest point here? It drops straight down to the edge, kind of like spider goes. That will make it where you can sharpen up this blade very easily without creating a smile. Just like here, this one's been sharpened multiple times, and you see how you can just sharpen all the way up to the plunge like that. You'll easily be able to do that with this one. And if you really want to, like if you don't want to, if you do freehand and you don't want to hit this, you always can add a little notch in very easily with a diamond file, or even easier with a Dremel. So no milling, I don't think, no milling, just flat titanium slabs, but it is lightweight. In my opinion, it's very lightweight. This is a very light knife. Not quite as light as the G10 version, but they're not far off. I mean, obviously it is a little bit heavier, but it's not bad. Let's check out these other ones really quick. Now, I think the Spiro, I'm not sure if it's discontinued or if they're just out of stock, but these are out of stock right now. I do believe these are available though. I'm not positive though. You're going to have to check out the website because I'm not sure when you're watching this, but this is the frame lock, but this is steel now. This is a steel frame lock, Nomad. The Asher Nomad Asher Nomad frame lock, because this one is the Asher Nomad 2.0. The 1.0 had washers. This has bearings in the pivot. Very, very smooth. Great in the hand. This thing is a great cutter, great everything. Awesome, awesome knife. And this one is probably the slimmest knife I have in my collection. And just to show you an idea of how slim it is, here's the PM2 again. Look at how slim this thing is. Very, very slim. So it is very compact in your pocket, very slim in the hand. And that was actually another reason why, and not saying it's bad or anything, you know, this is a fantastic knife, and it is very compact in the hand and works out great user. But this one was a little bit more palm filling, and I liked that. Now, to carry it over to a titanium frame lock, oh yeah, I'm excited about this. Very comfortable in the hand. All the chamfering is done very well. See, the Spiro was contoured just a slightly, but because all the edges are contoured and rounded really good, it makes it extremely comfortable. Now, these are flat. but it's still contour or still chamfered around the edges, so it's very, very comfortable in the hand. Now, like I said, I'm going to link everything down in the description for you guys. I'm also, after I'm done reviewing this one, I am going to be sending them over to another knife reviewer, like I usually try to do as much as possible, so that one, these guys can get a little bit more attention, but besides that, you know, lets other people get their opinions on them too, because it's great hearing other perspectives. Man, I really like this thing. I do. So snappy. I love the sound of it. Ha! This is going to be awesome. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.